story is better when you tell it. I keep it real.
Shout out to LaRon Pierce, Lyrical Renegade, the Executioner. What else is the other one? What was this crazy nigga on hip hop show?
I should probably put this mic down. Baby mama starting to look.
Hey, welcome back to God Talk. I have no clue what episode we're on. Would this be 10? All right. We back. As y'all know, LeBron took an L. We took a hiatus because of LeBron's L.
You took a hiatus because of LeBron's L, bro.
All my debts is paid.
I'm looking for you, bro.
Hey, all my debts is paid.
Hey, shout out to Cash App, man.
Shout out to Cash App.
Shout out to the Cash App.
One time for the Cash App.
One time for the
all my
Cash
debts
App.
is paid via Cash App.
That's the new way.
Y'all seen the nigga tip the stripper?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Cash App?
Yeah.
Shout out to Cloud
Like,
TV.
she gotta get that bread. Like, she gonna accept.
And what's she gonna say? No.
Right.
You know she got Cash App.
Send it herself too.
But again, y'all been patient. Something that I am definitely trying to get better at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the most patient guy in the world. But thank y'all. And again, y'all tuning in. We still getting them views up. Y'all still paying attention to Mac Dre too. We got a little special announcement from a special guest a little bit later. Shout out to K Smooth, SMOOV. Take the blunt. But again, God Talk episode. We don't really know. But going forward, just to kind of give some objectives of this episode. Matter of fact, before I do that, let's back up a little bit. Let's start with our guests. Of course, we got Bain Ali, my better half of God Talk.
What's up, people? What's up?
Let me make sure we got the one right. And then, of course, K Smooth. That's my better half in life, period. We got special guests. We're going to put the round of applause right there to introduce you. He don't really talk too much, so if he goes silent on y'all, don't be mad. My brother Cushy Carlito is in this motherfucker.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know if he in this motherfucker, if he not in this motherfucker, but Chef is sitting right here. You know what I'm
Chef
saying?
in the building.
Let's put his ass on the spot. Chef, what we eating for dinner?
Great food.
Say no more. All right, man. Again, welcome back to God Talk.
The block.
The block. The cooking block.
The cooking block.
And we was also discussing, shout out to Cushy Carlito, we was discussing writer's block. So we're going to have to get into that.
Did he get you, though? I think he got
We
you
asked Chef if he had cooking block. And I think
just
Chef
got you on the cooking block.
He might have cooking block because he don't know what we eating tonight. But again, this particular episode, we just going to name it particularly Entrepreneurship versus 9 to 5. We all didn't work jobs. We didn't all clocked in, clocked out. We didn't all been without jobs and had to make our own means and also tried our own ideas to pay the bills. Before we do that, let's usher God in. God, just spread some wisdom from us. Just give us some knowledge and some good topics, some good concepts, some good metaphors, some good jokes to keep the people entertained and keep them enlightened. Amen. All right, so we're going to get into, of course, the entrepreneurship, the pros and cons of that. We're going to get into the pros and cons of the 9 to 5. And before we do all that, shout out to K Smooth for the name. We're going to get into a little pregame called Roast and Post. No, I'm sorry. Roaster Post?
Or we can do retweet or delete, whichever one.
I don't know. Leave it in the comments. We figuring it out, but it's definitely important that we have God Talk chime in on the current events of our day. We didn't miss some shit because, we done took the hiatus. But we are going to chime in. And right now, we're going to start with the albums. And we're going to start on the left. We always pass the blunt to the left. Post or roast? We need to post or roast, right? Or repost or roast?
Post or repost.
Repost?
Repost.
Roast or repost?
Roast or repost.
All right, roast or repost? Post or roast. I like post or roast.
Post or roast.
Yeah, post or roast. All right, so post or roast. All right, we're going to start with the first one. The Carters. Jay-Z, Beyonce. Longly awaited, longly anticipated, dropped their collaborative album after many successful singles and videos and tours. They dropped the album. Have everybody heard the album? You heard it?
Yeah.
Smooth, you heard it?
I heard it.
Cushy heard it. You heard it, right?
I heard some of it.
Chef only listened to Mac Dre too, so shout out to Chef. All right, so
Thanks.
Smooth. Post or roast? What's up with you?
I'm roasting.
You roasting.
I couldn't. I don't feel like it was.
Make sure
I
you
mean,
turn
I
loud
get
too.
it. You feel me? It was on some hubby and wifey shit, but I feel like it was both of their elements. Like
You roasted out the gates, bro. You gotta chill.
Yeah, really
That's
rolling,
Hov.
like-
He the greatest. I may be with you though. What's up? What's up,
I
babe?
mean,
What,
You
I
know
wasn't
what?
expecting that from them at all.
what's up?
You know what?
Voice change, okay.
I think they tried to come in. I don't know what was going on because it just came out of nowhere. When
After
shout
Kanye,
out to Kanye
Scooter
and
Lil
good
Louder.
music was just dropping album after album.
Let me stop you there.
It's-
Do you
it's-
think
it's
before
a
you
roast for
vote-
me.
before you vote, do you
What?
think that was a drop because Kanye had the light on him? He had the ultralight beams.
Possibly.
Out of all the
Who
times
knows the
niggas
inner
coulda
workings?
dropped
Out of all the times they
Out of
coulda
all the
dropped.
times they coulda dropped.
They
Alright.
game players always have been, always going.
It could
Yeah.
be. It could be
They
a
play
play.
and they playing the game,
Exactly.
Did it
That's
sound
what
like it
they
was
do.
rushed to you?
and they making
Yeah,
money doing
and
it.
the
'cause
thing,
everybody's
I only
talking
like
about it.
one song off that album,
Welcome.
bro.
And you like the worst song, too.
Yeah, you say it's the worst song. So
What is for real? Never mind.
I'm
Hey,
roasting it.
You roasting it? That's two
Yeah.
roasts. Fuck. All right, Cushy Carlito, this nigga.
I'm not even gonna give my honest
Oh
opinion on
my
this, okay?
God.
I ain't really heard it all the way through, so I can't say.
It's only 7.
Y'all saying
How many
it's
songs is it?
It's 7. I probably heard like the first 3.
I think it's 9. It's 9.
Got on to the next.
You heard the first 3 and got on?
Yeah. So that's probably a roast for me then. Shit, I couldn't even make it through.
That's 3 roasts. I can't roast if we got 3 roasts already. I can't do
Chef,
it.
where we at, bro?
Chef
You know
ain't
I'm
heard it.
roasting it.
You hate Jay-Z though.
Hey, the whole family.
Jay-Z. Chef got a Jay-Z story. Maybe I can get him to tell on on God Talk one day.
Not. Absolutely not.
Perfect.
Hey, we'll get our views up. Hey,
Absolutely not.
Sean August, man, Sean of God, you know me. Welcome to God Talk. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we just doing poster roast on this Carter album. I want to roast it, bro. And I gave it 4, 5, 10 good, tough, nice listens. So I'm not even going to really, I guess we have to give a little context to why we don't like it. I just didn't feel like it was any context to it. I didn't feel like it was any
like they just
depth.
put it
like,
together or had those songs and like this.
yeah, and and they're the greatest of what they do.
They do. They
So their
are.
music is always going to be good, no matter what. It's always going to
But
be
to
top
mesh
grade.
together for a whole album.
Right
just
after all
wasn't-
this bullshit,
I'm not really.
After all that,
I'm
all
not
the
really
bullshit,
rolling
the
with it.
lemonade and all this, like
man,
just
come
like
on.
the
Wasn't really
memes.
lemonade.
Like,
It wasn't Lemonade. It wasn't 444.
Like,
Like,
I'm
Everything is love,
I got
bro.
444 on repeat.
Facts.
You feel me?
Everything is
Anything
love, right?
Jay-Z
So we
did,
can't
I'm
roast it if
fucking
everything
with,
is
bro.
love.
I'm not roasting the love. I'm just roasting the
I'm just saying.
What's love
everything
got
is
Like,
love.
why was Beyonce the Migo? Like, what would be her Migo name if we added her
unless
to the
that
Migo
was
group?
them just putting them on,
Why
like
they
you
wouldn't
get
smash
these
that
credits.
track right now? They trying to hop that way.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, but why?
They need that track when they performing.
If
bro.
we see Jay-Z and Beyonce,
feel
I don't
like
want to say
They're
stupid.
trying to draw this generation
Bro,
into
about to-
them.
They don't
about
want to
to
lose. They
They
don't
about
want to
to hit the
lose.
States with that tour, bro. They need that
Yeah.
song. They need that.
And need
They
some
need
shit
some
that's
new
cracking
material.
now.
They need
They
that
gonna bring these
Migos.
niggas on tour with them most likely.
Exactly.
And
How
shout
that
out to
shit
Sean too. She said
sold
they should have
out.
did a movie.
Who?
Sean. She said they should have did a movie. Like,
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
yeah, instead of dropping an album, she said
That
they should have
would've
did
been
it.
hard.
That, and I'm thinking that would have made you. That would have killed Black Panther low key if you would have fucked around and did a movie.
I don't know.
Hey, Chef.
They got-
Hey, that's the real Wakanda. hey, all right, fuck it. Hey, we're gonna leave. Yeah, you feel me? We're gonna leave the Wakandas, the Wakarders. We're gonna leave the Wakarders where they at. And matter of fact, we may not even get into all the ones we have here. But I do want to touch on one more. Let's do Nas, man. And we're gonna start this way. I know Chef ain't heard it because all he do is listen to Mac Drake too. Shout out to Chef. But
Time today, man.
Post or roast? Nasir, his album solely produced by Kanye. Go ahead. Highly anticipated.
We gonna highly roast this shit.
Fuck.
No, we gonna highly roast it. Yeah,
Y'all niggas
I'm
is
not.
disrespecting the greats, bro.
Highly roast, bro. No repeat value, bro. The nigga just didn't sound like this. I don't know. It sounded like they didn't even make
Cop
that
shot
shit
the kid, cop
together,
shot the
bro.
kid,
Like,
cop shot.
I'm not fucking with none of that shit.
Oh.
That's just my opinion. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Man,
Thumbs down.
Man, what's up? What's up?
Caviar.
What's up, Bane?
You feel me? I'm posting that shit.
Okay,
We posting.
okay, there we go. Can we get a post in this
You
video?
feel me?
Alright.
Production level was off the rip. Nas was spitting bars. I don't care what
He
nobody
definitely
is
was.
saying, bro.
He definitely was.
I'm fucking
Kanye
with
definitely
that
did this shit. Fact. Post it.
Period. Post
He sounded crazy on them beats, bro.
Post it.
That shit did not
Why?
sound
But yeah,
I'm with you.
It didn't sound right, bro. It just didn't sound good in my ears at all. And I was waiting on it like everybody else, bro.
it was highly
I heard
anticipated.
that now.
It was
What else
highly
was you gonna
anticipated.
do other than wait like everybody else?
Smooth, what you doing, man?
Can I save it in the draft?
Ah.
Undecided vote.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because I feel what Cushy's saying.
Me too.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I was expecting Nas. Another reason, I low-key want to hear some of that shit from him, though. Not just
What
like,
shit?
not just like giving off like
He a
the
rich
knowledge
nigga now.
shit. Yeah, like I want to hear
But
some
he
of that
giving
gutter
off that
shit a little
rich
bit.
nigga
Like,
knowledge.
He should have all the lifts playing his album.
yeah,
That's crazy.
But other than that, I mean, the shit. You feel me? I fuck with Nas, so
man, I gotta post it, bro.
yeah. But
I gotta post it. I gotta post it.
yeah, that's in the draft.
I gotta post it, man. I think it does have a little bit of repeat value. It's a couple songs on there, a couple beats. It's a couple. It ain't no memories though. Haiti, move. It's no. I can't remember no specific bars from there, and I think that matters. If I can't remember anything other than "Cop shot the kid, cop shot the kid, cop." You
Wow.
remember any? Yeah, and that's a sample. So shout out to Kanye for being
That's
Kanye.
all you remember from it?
It's hard music to listen to, man.
It's not. Don't do that.
It's not. I mean, I guess when you gotta start coming into shit with expectations, I guess. But that's just not what I wanted to hear, bro.
And it was late.
But if you a fan, you gonna have expectations.
So that's what I'm saying. That just
Especially
didn't
depending on what point in that
So was it a
artist's
letdown
life
for
that you was drawn to him.
I mean, I was looking
What
forward
your
to it.
your anticipation?
I mean, some fire, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, like, you know, fire when you hear fire, like, I was, like, J-Rock shit, I'm still playing.
Shout out to J-Rock.
I done download a couple songs. Like,
That's
on
4
repeat,
posts. 1,
you
2,
know
3,
what I
4.
mean? Yeah, J-Rock hard. That shit hard.
Hey, Mac J too.
You feel me,
Hey, what's up,
Mac
Mac J
J
too?
too,
We
you
got
know
4
what I
posts of
mean?
this bitch. For the
Hard
day.
copy in
That
the
shit
dash
hot.
right now, bro. But
Hey.
you know what I mean?
Go get that.
So let's, before we take our fan hat off, let's just sum it up. Carter's 1, 2, 3, 4 with an honorary 5 roast. That's fucked up. So B, J, be better tomorrow. Shout out to LeBron. All right, Nas, we got we got a roast, 2 posts, and a playlist. You roasting Nas?
Yeah, I'm roasting.
Oh fuck! So we got 2 roasts, 2 posts, and a playlist from Smooth. J-Rock, of course, honorary mention. He got 5 posts. We gonna just say Chef gonna post that. He don't have a gram, so
I didn't listen to J Rock.
No.
shit.
okay. So we got 3 posts
Hey, I haven't listened.
and
I
2
haven't
pendings.
Yeah, 2.
You haven't listened either?
2.
Okay, so we got 2. I'm sorry, J-Rock. You gotta get
I'm
that.
gonna get back to
See,
that.
that's the
next,
one niggas
on
see.
the next guy talk.
Shout
And
out to
before we
J-Rock,
go-
shout out to TD. That's what niggas
Shout out.
need to listen.
Before
I'ma
we
listen, 'cause I
before
fuck
we
with
take
TV,
our
that's-
fan hat off, I think it's important that we touch on this thing that I see, and we're gonna go over time, but I think it's valuable. I believe there's a thing that's happening to a lot of my favorite people, that they're becoming internet rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even want to say, like, if you don't have, I'm gonna leave it at internet rappers. If you don't have internet, you're not gonna know about it. You're not gonna hear about it. You're not even gonna hear it, you know? And on top of all that, they focus more on marketing than the actual music. You feel me? Versus the people who
Everything's so visual now.
yeah,
You know,
grassrooted and work on the music. Yeah, how do you feel about that? 'Cause
I mean, it just it don't really matter what you're saying now. It's just about it's a popularity contest.
it's a popularity contest.
And that make it hard for the talent. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? If you ain't doing some outlandish shit to get niggas' eyes on
Some
you.
niggas is ignorant.
Rainbow hair, rainbow grill.
Niggas is ignorant.
And-
They like
They
that
gonna-
ignorant
They gonna
shit.
rock with you, whatever you saying. If they like you, they like whatever you like. Your shit could be boot. Like, I ain't gonna start calling niggas names, but a lot of niggas should be.
Yeah,
booed.
we know
It's
we
a
know who they
popularity
are.
contest, though.
But I think that's what everybody say SoundCloud rappers, mumble rappers, and everybody's not that. But I think that is a genre that has to be established. Like, we know who the internet rappers are. And
That's
some of the
okay.
niggas are falling into that category.
Right. If you ain't out here putting in the literal footwork,
Yeah, the
doing the
grassroots.
shows,
Yeah.
nigga, the engineer sessions, all that shit. Like, if you just doing shit for the internet, that shit is
Like a $200 hoodie, that's almost internet rapper shit.
Them niggas coming with that.
That's weird.
And I was high, bro.
And I seen a nigga walking
listen,
in Hollywood
listen,
with that
bro.
shit on.
It's like I respect it because I feel like, you know what I mean, if the nigga would have made this shit $50, bro, then it's like everybody gonna have it on.
Yeah.
So I feel like he tried to do this kind of exclusive with it, but it was just like,
some
man,
Nipsey
niggas.
Hussle.
We
niggas
have a
really-
place to. He put a store, but we can't afford to shop there.
That's a fact.
So it's like, what's the point of putting a store there if we can't afford to shop there?
Might as well
And it's
have it on
still
down
like,
lows.
it's not like
You feel
super
me?
Gucci quality. We're not hating. Hating is an observation. That's a whole nother. Complaining or observation, that's a whole nother God talk. But anyway,
I mean, but it's like y'all niggas is out here buying $300 Nike sweatsuits and shit. So I ain't knocking my nigga. I just ain't got it for him.
yeah, but
I mean, I ain't saying you, but I'm saying
no, I got you.
So I understand why that's why he pricing it where he needs to price it.
I feel, and that's why we gotta get back on script. Let's discuss this entrepreneurship versus 9 to 5. And this is our first God Talk. Welcome back to God Talk. This is our first God Talk where we actually wrote out a guideline. We're going to try and stick to the script as much as possible. We're going to try and squeeze all the value out of everybody's opinion as possible. So again, we got to my left, K Smooth, SMOOV, Now or Never, coming soon. My better half, host of the show, Bain Ali, and my guest host, my motherfucking brother, Cushy Carlito. We got Chef in the corner, about to go to sleep as usual. So again, speaking of Chef, one of the many great entrepreneurs that I know, respect, support, love, that I draw inspiration from. I think that it's so valuable that we discuss the benefits, the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur. So with Chef being here, we're going to start to the right, and we want to start it positive. Let's discuss some of the pros and the great things and the benefits of being an entrepreneur. And the God definition of being an entrepreneur is one who's living off its own ideas. And Bain, once we get to Bain, he's going to read off that definition. So, Chef, what are some of the pros and cons? You may have to scoot up. What are some of the pros of being an entrepreneur?
Making more money. You can make all the money you want to make.
Being in control of your income.
Right, being in control of your income, your
Okay.
own income. I mean,
Haiti, stop.
being able to set your own hours and goals,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as you see fit and go along. That's one of the great benefits of it.
Keep going. Go ahead. Or just controlling your income. Okay. All right. So, controlling your income, and I want you to, as you speak to, if you can, just for me, just remember what you say, and if you can, try and think of the con to that as well, if you can. All right. All right. So again, Chef said the pros of being an entrepreneur, and he's been an entrepreneur for how long?
I say about 12 years.
12 years. An entrepreneur, living off your ideas.
Live off mine is about 12.
All right, for sure. You have some of the greatest ideas. Shout out to the fries, but
Facts.
shout out also to the, what was that, fried chicken cornbread cake he made smooth for his birthday. And never mind. Damn Chef. We're going to try and get him back on Instagram, but Damn Chef is his cash app, so if you're feeling
Right.
that's really what matters. Cushy Carlito, you are a hell of an entrepreneur. I seen you at a party with your name on your sweats. I seen you at the factory getting your name on your jersey. I'm a fan. I'm a supporter of your music, your passion. I seen how you love it. I seen how you work. So I wanted to ask you, what are some of the benefits of you being an entrepreneur?
I feel like it's levels to it, bro.
Facts.
I mean, at the bottom of the totem pole, bro, I don't see too many pros to keep it G, so I'm waiting for the cons.
Wait till the concept.
Yeah, 'cause I don't see too many pros at the bottom. It's
He's a
just
con artist, ladies and gentlemen.
struggle.
All right, so again, my better half, Bain Ali, he's gonna come with, of course, the definition. What you know what dictionary you reading from? Do you know?
Business
The
dictionary.
budget. Got it. I was about to say because Webster, I'll be having issues with you, Web, and we gonna holler at you.
Yeah.
But Bain Ali,
All right. So entrepreneurship, the capacity and willingness to develop, organize, and manage a business venture along with any of its risks in order to make a profit. The most obvious example of entrepreneurship is the starting of a new business. In economics, entrepreneurship combined with land, labor, natural resources, and capital can produce profit. Entrepreneurial spirit is characterized by innovation and risk-taking. It is an essential part of a nation's ability to succeed in never-changing and increasing competitive global marketplace.
shout out to your reading skills, guys.
That's-
hey, that was flawless. Speaking of the Carters. That's my better half, y'all. Shout out to Bain Ali. My nigga. Hey, he got that. Read it down. All right. So, as an entrepreneur, I mean, are you an entrepreneur? Let me ask you that.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm working on a blueprint.
Shout out to Hov.
All right.
Go ahead.
So that's where it all basically got to start. You know, everybody got ideas. You know, and basically, you know, like it says, man, you got to be willing to take risks. You know what I'm saying? So off the top is taking that risk. All right. Now, so when you taking risks, you gotta plan ahead. You know what I'm saying? So being an entrepreneur is cool, but if you ain't got your shit right, where you're not having a plan put in place and just follow that plan like a guideline, bro, and just get advice from people that are really out here doing this shit. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. I'm soaking up a lot of game. I've been soaking up a lot of game for years. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to execute.
Chef, what level of entrepreneur, like, because he says levels to it, what level of entrepreneurship would you say you're at? If it's 5 levels. Mentally. I value what's in your mind, not financially. But that matters.
I guess I would be at 3.
All things considered.
All things considered, I would be at 3.
Are you an entrepreneur?
Yeah,
How and why?
I'm an entrepreneur, like Banks said, as well. Figuring out the blueprint as far as when it comes to this music, that's the start of it. Everything that's coming along, that's gonna come along with it, whether it's getting your clothing brand, your everything, branding your everything, to start your brand basically in your business. And I feel like starting from any level of entrepreneurship, you have to start at the bare minimum with just an idea or work with what you have at the moment. Now, also, a nigga got a job. You feel me? And I feel to really become the best entrepreneur of whatever it is you're gonna do, that groundwork, like working in the job, I feel like I would know how to run my business and how successful it could be, just based down from the customer service to everybody, role having a position.
That's a great perspective. That's a great point.
Yeah, that's how I be feeling. Yeah, I just be
don't just be there for the job.
Yeah, like I'm just here for the check. Like, nah,
observing everything.
I was
like
a
even
slave for we was slaves for a long time, bro.
Even investing in just nigga paying the engineer, like nigga, you're putting us investing in
entrepreneurship.
What you trying to do?
You gotta
the littlest things, nigga. Getting to the shows, the bullshit performances, like nigga, you taking that risk. A nigga can easily leave his job and be like, all right, I'm gonna take this risk with just music and go off of that. And nigga, I'm gonna pay my bills and shit, so I gotta get that bread too.
The boss wants to
Yeah, I get that bread too. But while I'm getting that consistent bread every 2 weeks or so, nigga,
I feel like
I'm learning too.
At the bottom, that's where all the pros really are, though.
Like, what's that nigga said? My nigga, Will Smith, when he said like fall in love with the failure.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, that's how you gonna learn.
All
nigga,
the pros are at the bottom. I feel like.
Yeah.
And then, depending on your idea of success, I guess.
Right.
But success to anyone would be having all their bills paid. Yeah. So if it's not,
my success to me is like freedom, like in every aspect.
Free of debt, free of
every aspect of the world.
Everything.
It's freedom.
Going to sleep.
I ain't gotta be a multi-billionaire. I'm not putting a dollar amount on it, but I just want to be free. I want to wake up and feel free.
Never missing no bills. You ain't gotta worry about where this and that coming from.
I just want to be free.
And you don't feel free as on a 9 to 5. And everybody has. Chef, have you ever had a 9 to 5?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you can look at it as a getaway too. It's away from nigga other shit you got going on.
A 9 to 5.
No, I'm just saying, like, going to a job in general. Like,
yeah, 9 to 5 has a lot of pros. Yeah. Like, of course, you got benefits. You got consistent money. Undoubtedly, every 2 weeks, you got bread coming in. You got other people you can contact. You can, I guess, copy and paste their business strategies, like you said.
Sitting in those meetings.
Meeting people, relationships, but then that's it. And then you got 8 hours a day,
right?
Goals,
right?
Mm-hmm. That you spent for somebody else, right. Making somebody else ideas profit at 9 to 5, living off of someone else's ideas. So if you're so talented, Chef, and you go work for another nigga,
that's only 8 out of your 16 hours, though.
But then, that's not really shout out to everybody in this motherfucker. Happy Father's Day forever. That will always go on. We all fathers. So, at the end of the day, we spend 8 there. You spend, 4 with the kids doing responsibility shit. You maybe get an hour of playtime. And it's not really that strict. I don't want to make it sound like that. But, I mean, 8 hours of your day giving your energy and your ideas to somebody else.
I mean, that's a fact, but it's like, nigga, if your idea
for
ain't
bread,
bringing shit in, exactly. If your idea ain't bringing shit in, niggas gotta
I'll be out there writing that shit, too.
Yeah.
Like,
and financially, I'm just as broke with a job and, like, without a job. You're the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think because we live outside of our means, or we want so much, or
we spend more than we make.
Yeah, I don't know how it is, but you're right. Like, we live way outside of our means. Like, we don't need either that or, shout out to us, we don't work together. If we work together, I think it'll be a lot easier. But with working together, it means somebody has to swallow a lot of responsibility, which we already do. But anyway, not to spend too much time there. We want to go to the cons. We touched on 9 to 5. That was cool how that mixed in. So let's go straight to the cons of being an entrepreneur. And you said controlling your income, which is huge. And I want to stay there. What are some of the cons of being an entrepreneur, Chef? Or should we come back to you? Because I usually reverse it. I didn't reverse it this time. So Smooth, like some of the cons of being an entrepreneur.
Definitely taking that risk if you're putting your all, like your money, time, and then your shit can fail. And now you feel you've wasted all that time trying to do this shit when you could have possibly been doing something else or whatnot. But then again, that's also a learning experience too.
And not to go jump back, but I feel like this is valuable. But I have seen some entrepreneurs, shout out to Nana, shout out to Juice by Nisha, shout out to Uncle Jay, shout out to, I shouldn't say Uncle Jay, shout out to Harris Auto Grooming, shout out to Olu, she was running her complete barbershop, shout out to Jahal, who's running his complete film company. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ronell. Shout out to Mike G. Shout out to David Gross. Shout out to
Mike G. What up, man? You so fancy.
Oh shit. I told you sports gonna find his way in. Right. Hey, shout out to all my entrepreneurs. I can't really think of all y'all off top, but I know the entrepreneur spirit is in right now, and I know motherfuckers is tired of picking cotton for other motherfuckers, and they ready to pick cotton for their damn self. So again, keeping it with the cons of entrepreneurship. Was you done, Smooth?
Yeah.
Because niggas is really.
I just feel like just taking that could be like. Because I feel like that one, if you do fail, that flop, depending on how strong you are mentally, that can fuck somebody up.
It can really discourage you. Suicide type shit. Mm-hmm. If you like living for another somebody. But niggas is really it's really some successful entrepreneurs. But you really got to take that risk and work hard and invest your all. Like, you really can't, like, go to the club. You can't do nothing.
And Nana broke her hip and she back at work.
Right. Like, cons. Is that a pro or is that a con? Like, I broke my hip. I should be in bed right now. Right. Uncle Jay should be in bed. Right. But he's up doing... Go ahead, man. The cons of entrepreneurship.
To what he was talking about at the end, and the con are contentment and fear.
Fear.
Yes.
Of what? Those are the cons of being an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
I have to agree with that.
Definitely, because in a
I have
sense,
to agree with Bang. I agree with Smooth too.
In a sense, you gotta look at it like this. All right, you're successful, okay, right? But you're content in what you're doing. You're not trying to level up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because it's a fear that you don't vision yourself at a higher level, or you don't want to take on a higher risk, and you just want to be comfortable.
Because the base might go.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You can see yourself there, but it's like, I'll take that
if
step.
I take that step, the base is goals.
Right. So it's like fear and contentment.
The base will not be goals, I'm telling y'all. Go ahead.
Fear and contentment will have you, like, when you lose time and stuff like that, and you're at a time where you didn't elevate yourself, and now your competition has surpassed you or whatever, in a sense, then it's like, oh damn, I regret not making that move. I should, you know what I'm saying? I should have, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it could be a possibility. I don't know. Depending on the person, I'm pretty sure people go through shit like that. You know what I mean? Fear and contentment, being an entrepreneur,
taking that leap of
it's
faith.
A big con.
I heard a lot of people saying that. Like I used to hear a lot of people say, like, take that leap of faith. And then once I really started understanding,
but the leap of faith is so, it doesn't exist.
But then you have to ask yourself, am I scared of success?
It's like, what is success?
That's
what people have to ask. You have to ask yourself.
Because everybody has their own idea of what
success is.
Faith
I want to be successful.
Is like literally,
what is your meaning?
It doesn't exist.
It's believing in yourself. Really.
It's something that's unseen. You'll never see it. It's the wind. Like, we know the wind is there. It moves shit all the time. But we can't believe in other unseen shit. And that's why people are scared to take risk. But I was forced into a risk. I was forced there, and the base didn't move. Not only didn't the base move, I was able to add on to, like, you learn how to run the business. Smooth, you had a great quote that I forgot that I wanted to help tell my story. But anyway, yeah. But we're going to go back to the cons. Con artist, because you see.
I mean, like I said, I'll come back to levels again, but I'm going to speak on the level I'm at. And I would just say inconsistency. You feel me? Like, one day, never like the next. You never know what you're going to do, what steps you're going to take forward or backwards, you feel me? So, inconsistency.
Damn. And inconsistent bread.
Inconsistent everything.
Inconsistent everything.
Product.
Inconsistent
time.
People.
Inconsistent production.
And all the most successful, and go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm good.
You on cons? No,
I'm good.
no cons. All right. So, on behalf of being a successful entrepreneur, like on speaking on the cons on those people, being a successful entrepreneur weighs on you mentally. First, let me give another pro. The ability to express yourself through your passion is a feeling unmatched. It's almost better than busting a nut. Sorry, I know this guy talk, but that everybody know that feeling, or they should know that feeling. I hope you know that feeling if you're of age. I don't know what the age level is, but expressing yourself to the highest level of your ability in something that you love to do is definitely a pro. All right. Now, the con side that weighs on you, being able to do that weighs on you mentally, because there's not going to be a lot of people around to understand your mind, your expressions, your scheduling, your grind, your commitment, your financial situation, income and outcome. And that weighs on you mentally and emotionally. And then you have a physical aspect. Like K Smooth said, Nana broke her hip. Lord knows how she broke her hip, but breaking her hip stopped her from doing something she needed to do every day. You feel me? But it also forced her into a situation of rest, which is also a pro. So again, ultimately we can go pros and cons all day. But it all balances back. Here comes the God talk part on how you fucking look at it. Like Bane said, accept the risk that you're going to take. Know that. Do that. Do the research on the pros and the cons. Do the research on the risks that you're taking, on the losses and the wins that you possibly can take, the possibilities, the predictability of the situation. Study that. But when the happen, don't trip. Just stay consistent with your mind. What Smooth say, the leap of faith. Just know the unseen. There's an unseen realm that can take care of you when you think things aren't going as planned. As an entrepreneur and as a slave / person that has a 9-to-5, which we all experience. So again, I hope there was some value. I'm not gonna squeeze no more out this motherfucking conversation. But Mac Dre 2 is out. God Talk is back in effect. I got some special popping. I got a couple announcements. I can't speak on it. I tried to speak on it and then I got in trouble for speaking on it. So I can't speak on it too much more. But I got a few announcements in the trajectory for y'all. And that's it. Thanks to Cushy Carlito again. Bane Ali, go ahead.
All right, well, shit, we out of here, man.
Wow.
Los Angeles on the motherfucking way, bro.
Can we get a release date?
West Side.